Hey everyone, today we have some exciting news from the world of space exploration. China is stepping up its game with a new batch of astronauts, and their sights are set on the moon. China's Human Spaceflight Agency, the China Manned Space Engineering Office, CMSEO, just announced the selection of 10 new astronauts. This is their fourth batch, and it includes 8 pilots and 2 payload specialists. What's even more groundbreaking is that the 2 payload specialists are the first astronauts from Hong Kong and Macao. These new astronauts will undergo systematic training at the Astronaut Center of China, ACC, and after 2 years of rigorous training, they'll be ready for missions to the Tiangong space station. China started recruiting this fourth batch in October 2022. The selection process was intense, involving comprehensive medical exams, physiological and psychological tests, and endurance tests to ensure adaptability to the space environment. To give you a bit of history, CMSEO selected 14 astronauts from Air Force pilots in 1998 for its first spaceflight missions. Yang Liwei became the first Chinese national to reach orbit in 2003. Since then, China has steadily expanded its astronaut corps. The second batch in 2010 included China's first female astronauts, and the third batch in 2020 introduced flight engineers and payload specialists for the first time. Astronauts from the third batch are already making their mark. For instance, Tang Shengjie and Zhang Xinlin, who are currently aboard Tiangong as part of the Shenzhou 18 mission, were selected during the third round. Interestingly, CMSEO operates under the People's Liberation Army and tends to keep a tight lid on information. They only reveal the identities of crew members for Shenzhou missions a day before launch. This time, they haven't disclosed the identities or gender ratio of the new group, although we know from the South China Morning Post that one of the payload specialists is a woman from Hong Kong. But that's not all. CMSEO is also looking to collaborate internationally, inviting foreign astronauts to join missions to Tiangong. Although they haven't provided a timeline or specified which countries might be involved, this marks an exciting step towards international cooperation in space exploration. Looking further ahead, China aims to put astronauts on the moon before 2030. This is part of their ambitious plans, which include expanding Tiangong and establishing a sustainable lunar presence. Huang Weifan, chief designer of China's human spaceflight program, mentioned that they are focusing on major tasks related to the space station and future lunar missions. They've even started geology-related courses and field training for lunar missions. In 2016, Chinese astronaut Ye Guangfu participated in ESA's Caves training course, and now, a lunar landing mission training simulator is being developed to prepare astronauts for future missions. China's initial crewed lunar landing plan is a short-term mission, but they have big plans to establish an international lunar research station for a more permanent presence. So, there you have it. China is making bold moves in space exploration with new astronauts, international collaborations, and lunar ambitions. Stay tuned for more updates as we follow their journey to the stars.